Hey, you horror-loving freaks. This is Eric Bindle. You may know me from the Horrorholics or Home Video Holocaust. But right now, what's most important is that you are watching Mr. Tony of the Dead. Cheers.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there, and this one's going to be on Maniac Cop 2. This is from Blue Underground, and it's directed by William Lustig. What this is about, it's about this cop named Matt Cordell who was framed for crimes that he didn't commit, and then he was brutally murdered in prison, face was all slashed up and everything, and now he's back from the dead to clear his name and go on a rampage and basically being a bad cop. The movie takes place right after the first one, like they go right into it, and it's kind of good that way. So there might be some spoilers in here. I'm just going to warn everybody. I feel like I kind of have to in a way, especially at the very beginning here, where I say like at how it's at the end of the first movie. In the beginning of the movie, they kind of do it like every Friday the 13th movie does in the beginning of their movies. They show what happened in the movie beforehand, and the only thing is in this, it doesn't take like 20 minutes to show the whole thing. They just kind of like show the last few minutes and then picks up right from there, which is really cool. I like that. I always like a sequel where it continues right from where it left off. Now the one main difference in this movie is that in the beginning of the first one, the main star was Bruce Campbell, and Bruce Campbell is in this. His name is on it, but he does not last very long. He gets killed right in the very beginning. Like I said, there's gonna be some spoilers. He gets killed right in the very beginning, and it kind of like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? It's Bruce Campbell, you know? And the other survivor from the first movie also gets killed. So, Cordell comes back and he takes out who took him out. Now it really does suck that Bruce Campbell gets killed right away, but it's made up for it by the awesome Robert Davi, if I'm even saying it right. Most people probably know him from like the Goonies, or he was in Showgirls and like many other things. And he plays a cop in here. Fantastic cop. Very likable character. I really like him a lot. Dare I say I like him better than Bruce Campbell's character. I love Bruce Campbell, but Robert Davi was the one, I think, to go up against Cordell in these movies. I mean, can't touch the first one. It was great. Bruce Campbell did a great job. Everybody did great. But I'm glad he wasn't in this the whole way. I mean, if it was, fine. But he's not, and it still works out in my head. Like I said, Robert Davi does such a fantastic job as a cop. And also we have in here, you have Claudia Christian, Michael Lerner, Lauren Landon, Leo Rossi, Larry Roberts Zadar is Cordell again, Charles Napier, and like I said, Bruce Campbell. And this sequel is actually written by Larry Cohen, who did it like It's Alive and like many other movies. It has like that kind of vibe to it, kind of like weird in a way. I don't know, not weird like it's a weird movie, like weird feeling, It's like something ain't right with it. I don't know, it just something ain't right. Now the one big difference in this movie is that you see Cordell kind of helping out criminals, which isn't a big difference because he kind of did in the first one. And the thing is, he helps out Leo Rossi's character, who just happens to be this serial killer, right? Of like he kills strippers and dancers and whatever, and he feels like he's freeing them. So Leo Rossi's character like befriends Cordell and takes him back to his place to hide out and everything. And Leo Rossi's character is like so fucking annoying. Like the first time I saw it, I couldn't stand him in it. This time it was a little more, I could stand him, but like at the same time, it's like he's just so obnoxious, and I don't like his character at all. I don't like the friendship. I don't like that Cordell, is friends with him, like he's helping him out. There's some little funny moments between them, like because Leo Rossi's character just keeps talking, and Cordell doesn't say much, except he said his name Cordell once. And then he's there like showing off, like he's like, oh, you bet you haven't seen this one like this, and like showing off his knife, Leo Rossi is. And then Cordell pulls out the nightstick that has the blade on. He's like, oh, you got a big one too, huh? So it's like kind of funny moments between them, I guess, trying to get you to like that they're friends now. But like, I just didn't like his character. He's so obnoxious and he never shut up. In the first Maniac, the two like main characters, Laura Landon and Bruce Campbell, they were the survivors of the first one. You see them at the very beginning of this, and then I said Bruce gets killed, and then Laura Landon, her character is like trying to get out of the city and away and everything because she knows she's next, and unfortunately she meets her demise as well. But she was a kick-ass. She did a fantastic fucking job. Like, she was more of a competition for Cordell than Bruce Campbell was, if you ask me. Like, she was a badass, and unfortunately she met her demise. But in her dying, she kind of passes the reins onto the next character, and those reins get passed over to Claudia Christensen, who is this like psychiatrist for the police and everything. If like they shoot somebody or they're stressed out, she talks to them, and then it's up to her if she sees that they're fit for duty or not. And Lauren's character in the beginning, she didn't see that they were right in the head. They're like, nobody believes that Cordell's back because he died in prison 3 years ago, but nobody believes him in anything. But Detective McKinney, like I said, is Robert Davi. He's fantastic. He is such a likable character. He's like, I believe he's a cop. I believe he's a cop. Even though I know he's not. But he's just such a cool character. Unfortunately, though, there's not really like any fight scenes with him. Like, I would like to see him fight. I mean, he does also seem like he's understanding more of what's going on. And at first, of course, he doesn't believe them either, and then he kind of sees it for himself and all this shit. Very, very cool movie, though. Like, for sequels, I'd say this one's just as good as the original, in my opinion. Like, I could put the sequel in any time. Like, I really like the sequel a lot. The ending to this is great. There's a lot of awesome stunts in this movie, and especially the ending where somebody catches on fire and they're in this prison and they're walking through the prison. Now, of course, they probably had to do several shots. I don't know, but it seems like one. It's not, but it seems like a continuous shot. But this person's on fire for a long time, and they're like going over people and grabbing them and setting them on fire as well. And that fantastic job. Like, it was like so scary and like crazy. Like, it was so wow. Just thinking like, man, that person's on fire for a long time. Like, I'm thinking about the stuntman. They're on fire for a long time. Like, what the fuck, And this is in 4K, Ultra HD. And it looked fantastic. Not kidding. It looked really, really good. I really liked the picture on this. Great quality. Gotta say, the sound was really good too. This came out in 1990, and it's 87 minutes long. It does go by pretty smoothly. Very enjoyable. I'd say if you have another edition of this, you could probably upgrade to the 4K, because I don't know what a Blu-ray looks like because I never had one, but the 4K looks awesome. Now, being it's Blue Underground, I kind of was hoping that you'd get the lenticular cover, but not all of them come out in lenticular covers, and this one is one of them. It's not, but it is a little bit embossed. You can't really tell unless you touch the words and that. It's a little embossed. Same thing with on the sides and everything. Even on the back, like these yellow words and that, it's embossed, and it's cool because you get the 4K and you get the Blu-ray in here, and there's a lot of special features as well. On the first disc here, you get the audio commentary with the director and filmmaker Nicholas Winding Refn, and the director, of course, is William Lustig. And there's trailers and isolated music track. Not much on the first disc, but disc 2, there's audio commentary with the director and the filmmaker, same thing. Back on the Beat, the making of Maniac Cop 2. There's a Cinefamily Q&A with director William Lustig, deleted scenes, trailers, posters, still galleries, isolated music track. None of the extras are, rated, of course. They always say that. But, yeah, it's a fantastic edition. I'm completely honest. Like, I really, really like this. The first time I ever saw Maniac Cop 2 was actually on Joe Bob Briggs, on not too long ago, actually. And I really enjoyed it. And when I saw this was coming out from Blue Underground, I was excited because like, oh, that's a great movie. I'd like to see that, especially in 4K. It looked good, great, good soundtrack as well, likable characters. I'd have to say like my least, besides Rossi or Rossi, my least favorite character is the commissioner, Michael Lerner. I don't know why he's always such an asshole. Like in every movie I ever see him in, he's like a jerk. Even in Elf, he's a jerk. In this, he's a jerk. I just don't like him. Like he's a good actor, but like his characters are always just jerks. But like I said, this does have a good ending. I think it should have stopped with the second movie, to be honest. But it is what it is. But yeah, definitely worth picking up, I would say. And I can't go any further without mentioning that there is this prison scene where there's like people in it that like everybody in the cell, like like Danny Trejo is in this prison cell, and it's like, oh shit, that's Danny Trejo. And then like Clarence Williams III is in there as well. He has a little bit of a bigger part, but he's in it. I can't think of the guy's name, but he's Charlie Day's landlord in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Can't think of his name, Ming or something like that. I don't remember, but he's in this. Like it was just cool. I was like, oh wow, look at these familiar faces in this, especially Danny Trejo. And it's such a small part, but Danny Trejo is known for like having so many parts in movies. But like every time you see it, it's like, oh, Danny Trejo's in this. That's cool. And even Clarence William III, rest in peace, who just died not too long ago, is in here and plays a pretty crazy character, funny character, but he's like, sleazy at the same time. But yeah, definitely a great movie. Robert Davi, I think, is the best character in this. The Cordell is a little more fucked up looking now. In the first one, he was kind of like, he looked bad. He was slashed up and everything. But now this one, because of what happened at the end of the second one, I think his body absorbed some water or something, or he was sitting in the bottom of a lake for a while because he's fucked up looking, and it's even more scarier. There is things I like to talk about, like at the very end of this, and I don't understand why they're doing that for him, like with all things considered, which I don't want to say. I don't want to ruin everything for everybody, but it's kind of like, really, but the ending, like before the very end, is really cool. Like they said, he's like the people on fire and stuff. It's a great sequence, But yeah, definitely check this one out, and I'll show you, inside here as well. And here you have the slipcover, and it comes off, and you got that artwork there with, Cordell and McKinney on there. Very cool. And in the back is just, the usual kind of looking back. And then you open up in here, you got the black case. Open this up, and inside are the Blu-ray and the DVD. I'm sorry, the Blu-ray and the 4K discs in here, which of course we all know are region free. 4Ks are region free, but so is the Blu-ray, and on here. So that's all region free. And then if you go here though, there's nothing reversed, which kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, I'll be honest, because you get the same cover twice. Technically you get it like 4 times. It's on the discs as well. So I think they could have changed up the cover a little bit. They could have put like something else, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? But that's what I would say. I would say give us some other covers. A reversible sleeve is like one thing I always love seeing in a release. But that's it, everybody. That's all I'm going to say about this. If you're interested in this, I'll put a link below where you can go and purchase it. I'll also put a link below for the trailer, but like I was saying, proceed with caution. The trailer may contain spoilers, and I'll put a bunch of links below for, you know, where you can contact me on social media, you know, Instagram and all that stuff. Also, there's a merch store down there. If you want to check it out, I'd really appreciate it. Go buy a shirt, mug, whatever, and take your picture and tag me in it. That way I can, you know, show it off and be like, look what this person bought. They're awesome. They're the best people in the world. My fans. But that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to everybody later.